What's poppin', folks? I'm Denny, the Flat Broke Adventurer, and today we're going to be headed out doing some bank fishing. Stick around. That's coming up next. Welcome back, folks. Like I said, today we're going to be headed out to the lake. It's Lake Jericho. It's a little recreational spot. It's a pay lake. You have to pay to get in there. You got to pay to fish. You can't use big motors. There's a dam. I'm pretty sure it's part of the watershed stuff here. So I think that it's a man-made lake. And from what I read, there used to be a creek that ran through there, and then they ended up damming it off and filling it up. So I may be incorrect on that. I'll do some research while I'm sitting on the bank and checking it out. As usual, I'm going to drag you guys along with me if you want to watch. So come on, next parts of the video is going to be us on the road headed out and then setting up stuff on the bank and hopefully, soaking some line and catching some fish. Stick around. That's coming up next. All right, people, here we go. It's 9 in the morning, and we're up bright and early. As you can see above me and around, it's all foggy and crazy. You can kind of see my breath just a little bit. So it's supposed to get up to the 70s, so hopefully the weather, picks up, and it's a lot nicer out there. So stick around. The next is going to be road trip to the lake. So I'll see you out there. All right, folks, here we are. It's Lake Jericho. I've just been informed that this is a man-made lake. On my intro video, I said I would be checking it out. We ran into this really nice gentleman right here in the red flannel. He said that the Army Corps of Engineers had come out and built a big dam over there. You saw that on the intro. So I'm not going to sit and talk your ear off like I've said on many videos before. We're just going to get to fishing. Here's my rig. I got a catfish rig going on. I'm going to cast way out there, and then I have my pocket fisherman that I'm going to be working this area of water right here, right off the edge of our little peninsula that we have going on. Old G Money's getting his gear together down there. So once again, stick around. We got a bunch of fishing fun at Lake Jericho. It's a 1,500 and something acre lake, and there's geese and all kinds of neat stuff. Stick around, there's more to come. Okay, folks, I got my catfish line in the water soaking. So now we're going to bust out the classic Rhine Cove pocket fisherman. We're going to do a little top water stuff right here. Stick around, there's more to come. All right, people, we've been here for a little bit. Here's the little lure that I'm using on my little Bronco, and we got chicken bait with garlic and a bunch of other stuff on the catfish rod and strung out there. So far, we haven't even got any nibbles, but you know, it's life at the lake, and we're having a blast. Thanks for tuning in. Stick around. There's more to come. Alright people, as you know, when it comes to restaurants or bars, they say location, location, location. That's the important stuff. I've been here for a minute, haven't got any nibbles, so I think I'm going to move down a little bit. Next time you tune in, the next time this video kicks back on, I'll be in a different spot. So check it out. Alright folks, the little Ronco pocket fisherman wasn't getting nothing accomplished, so now we're breaking out the big rig. Got a big old chunk of chicken thigh on there that's been seasoned with garlic. We're going to try to hit some deeper water. It's still a little cold out. It's early in the season, so we don't think anything is really kicking around the bank's edge. I'm just going to try to huck a couple way out there and get some stuff going on. Stick around, it's coming up. Well, if you paid attention to that cast, you can just see my little jingle bell end of my rod thing flying off, so clearly you don't cast with those on. Lesson learned. Stick around, there's more to come. Sometimes fishing isn't about catching, that's why it's called fishing, and it's just about hanging out at the lake, having fun, and enjoying the serenity of nature, and just waiting for something to bite. We haven't had any nibbles or anything like that so far, but my buddy G's having a blast and relaxing and just enjoying nature, and I'm out here doing the same. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Stick around. there, the end of the video. We're going to be moving around the lake to different parts, but I really don't expect a whole lot more out of this. The rest of the video will be coming up at home, so stick around. I'll be explaining the rig I brought and what's going on there. See you in a minute. All right, there you go, people. That was the lake. It was loads of fun. Multiple things went wrong on this, and I still had a great time. I love hanging out with my buddy G, and especially going out fishing with him. He's a very accomplished fisherman, and it was fun, you know, just learning and going out. I haven't fished since I was like 13 years old, so just like when I talk about air guns, I'm no expert. I'm winging it. I'm buying stuff off Amazon and Temu to keep the prices low and just get out there. That being said, this little Ronco pocket fisherman had no idea that I had casted it from inside my kayak. So you're only going to get so far away from the boat without everything going crazy and almost falling in the water. Well, today I was standing on the bank and I was able to put some hip and shoulder into it. Ronco put about 20 feet of line on there, so I wasn't getting anywhere near the distance that I could have got. And then I realized I got to crack this thing open, add a whole lot more line to it. If it can handle it, I don't even know if it can, so we're going to find out. So that's on the shelf. The catfish rod I brought, that's on the workbench right now because I put 60-pound test on it. I was expecting to get big channel cats. You know, here in Kentucky, they get huge. So I was hoping to hook into some of that today, but after I cast it out really hard, and it went about half as long as the length of wire I had in it, and then drug and hit the water. And I put my reading glasses on because these are almost shot now. My prescription's worse, but I put my readers on and I started reading the fine print on the side of my reel, and it said it's only rated for 25 to 30 pound line. So there, another mistake on my behalf. So now I know, cut the line poundage down and add more length, and I should be good. So I went out and I already got some 25 and 30 pound line, and not only braided but monofilament. So we're moving in the right direction. I said I was going to talk about my bag when we got here. It's a first aid kit. Whenever you go out in the field, no matter what you're doing, if you're dealing with hooks, knives, skateboards, mountain bikes, rocky areas, all kinds of stuff, always have a first aid kit. I suggest everyone have one in their car, because in the scenario that you need one and you don't have one, you're going to feel helpless. It's better to have something and never need it than need it and not have it. So we got two little tiny tackle boxes. This little one is my weights for this. So it's there. It's all pretty small stuff. Little hooks, and oh, look at those little tiny bobbers right there. Those fit inside the bag. If you ever go out to the lake or hunting, camping, whatever, I suggest you bring yourself a nice quality Leatherman tool or multi-tool, because if your rod breaks, something happens to your vehicle, and you need to, you know, do some work to the barbecue grill or whatever, it's always nice to have a quality tool with you. That way, again, you don't feel helpless. So I put that in the bag. On the outside of the bag, as I've talked before, there's garbage bags or Kroger bags that are all wadded up into little bullets so that when I go to the lake, I can clean up. Well, there is absolutely zero chance to clean up anything at Lake Jericho in Kentucky because it is super nice. The people there are super friendly. You saw that little red car on the video. That thing was awesome. It was a little golf cart, but it had air conditioning.
fog lights, a sunroof. The gentleman who had the red flannel shirt who was down by the edge of the water, that was his ride. The picture of the guy inside it is Gary, my best buddy. And yeah, man, he was super nice. Gave us a once over of his little vehicle. It was just a really good time. We had a great time at the lake. Not one nibble, not one bite. Like I said, it's early in the season, and we were bank fishing. All the fish are in the deepest part, all the way back by the dam, and where we weren't going to reach that with a line. You have to be in a boat. You saw boats going back and forth behind us. Those guys were pulling in stuff, but they were also 70 yards away from where we were fishing. It was just too cold. But it's not. That's why it's called fishing, not catching. So, you know, I had a great time, and, you know, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. There's a couple other things on my bag that I have. There's a pair of hemostats so that I can get the hooks out of fishes. And then there's like a telephone-type bungee cord set up that has 2 different leads and 2 different hooks so that I can hook it to different fishing poles while I'm in my kayak, and I don't have to worry about them getting pulled off into the water if I'm changing lures, tying lines, or whatever. It's just a neat little chest pack. I got it off Temu for about $6. I think altogether everything is like $30, $40 right here, if that. And again, it's just, if you want to get out into the field and start having some fun and start fishing, camping, or whatever, it doesn't take a whole lot of money. It just takes the willingness to take the time for yourself out of your schedule to go out and have some fun. And trust me, you're grown, and if you're one of the adult viewers on my channel, you're grown, and you know how stressful life can get to you. Spending $40 and going to the lake a couple times a month or whatever will really take the edge off. You won't be nearly as cranky, and you'll be smiling, because trust me, it's just a good time. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Not only does your viewership, but your friendship truly means a lot to me. Always be a straight shooter. Always wear your shooting glasses when you're shooting. Stay a flat broke adventurer for life. Take care of yourself. Take care of your friends and family. I'll see you guys on the next video. And as always, God bless.